You're not lazy. You're decision exhausted. By noon, you've answered dozens of tiny questions. Which tab to open first? Coffee now or later? What to wear? What to eat? That drip of micro choices quietly drains your working memory. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you a research-backed system to protect your brain power. 5 upgrades that cut daily choices in half without killing your freedom or creativity. Decision fatigue is mental exhaustion that builds up after making too many decisions. It's not just major choices. Tiny ones add up. Which app next? Which snack? Which email to answer first? Studies show our brain has a limited capacity for high-quality decision-making each day. When that capacity runs dry, even the sharpest people procrastinate, opt for the easiest option, or avoid deciding altogether. The more decisions you make without breaks, the worse they become. Research from behavioral science explains how too many choices sap our mental energy. Decision fatigue occurs when we either make too many decisions or face too many options. It can lead to analysis, paralysis, or snap judgments. A 2025 study of judges who made more than 1,100 parole decisions found they granted parole 65% of the time early in the day, but nearly 0% later. And the approval rate returned after a break. The takeaway: repeated decisions deplete cognitive resources. As mental energy dwindles, we default to the status quo, and our tolerance for risk drops. Our first upgrade: defaults and if-then rules. Pre-decide common situations so your brain doesn't bargain with itself all day. Examples: if it's 8:30, then I open my focus list and start the top task. If it's 12:30, I eat the meal prepared on Sunday. If I unlock my phone before noon, I only open calendar or notes. Implementation intention research shows that people follow through more when they plan specific triggers and actions. Defaults aren't chains, they're bumpers. You can override them, but most days you won't need to, saving dozens of micro decisions. Our second upgrade: reduce options with tiny menus and capsules. A capsule wardrobe. 3 tops, 2 pants, 1 jacket that always match. A meal mini menu, 2 breakfasts, 3 lunches, 2 dinners you prep on Sunday. A work quick start menu, outline, code stub, bullet draft, or reading research. Each takes under 2 minutes to begin. When you're stuck, pick from your card instead of scrolling. Fewer options mean faster starts and less cognitive load. Upgrade 3. Batch all low-impact decisions once a week. Set aside 30 minutes on Sunday to decide the week's meals, time block anchors, meetings, and errands. Decide once, execute 5 times. A weekly batch protects your weekdays from constant replanning. Studies on decision fatigue show that repeatedly making choices without breaks leads to cognitive depletion. When decisions are batched, your brain stays in execution mode instead of toggling. Upgrade 4. Protect your brain with checklists and templates. Checklists don't stifle creativity. They free up brain power for the work that matters. Use a 3-item startup checklist. Clear your desk, open your focus list, noise blocker on. A 3-item shutdown checklist. Set tomorrow's top task. Review calendar. Reset workspace. Templates remove the "how do I start" decision. Copy, tweak, ship. This technique reduces unnecessary decisions. Upgrade 5. Schedule tasks when your energy is highest. Research shows our cognitive and motivational peaks usually occur 90 to 120 minutes after waking. Use your morning for deep work. No meetings, notifications off. Midday is for routine tasks and checklists. Late afternoon or evening is for admin, planning, and light communication. By matching task difficulty to energy, you need fewer decisions to power through friction. Surgeons' decisions to operate drop by 33% later, in their shift underscoring how energy levels affect decision quality. Digital environments amplify decision fatigue. Create friction where you waste time. Remove social apps from your home screen. Enforce a 10-minute delay rule. If it's not on today's plan, set a timer and decide after it rings. Switch your phone to alarms plus VIP only until lunch. During deep work, use the one-tab rule. Everything else goes into a later folder. These boundaries make mindless choices harder and purposeful work easier. Short breaks restore cognitive function. Research suggests 5 to 10-minute microbreaks every 90 minutes help fight cognitive overload. Mindful breathing, walking, or staring out the window, not scrolling, resets your brain. The 20-20-20 rule for digital eye strain also helps establish a 2-minute focus ritual. Stretch, breathe deeply, sip water, ring a tiny bell. Over time, this ritual becomes a neural trigger for deep work. Ready for a reset? Here's your 7-day challenge. Write 3 if-then defaults. Build 1 capsule. Outfits or meals. Run 1 30-minute weekly decision batch. Use a 3-item startup and shutdown checklist. Protect 1 morning deep work block every day. Set digital boundaries and enforce a 1-tab rule. Add microbreaks and a 2-minute focus ritual. At the end of the week, tell us which change saved the most mental energy. Reducing decisions isn't about limiting freedom. It's about reclaiming focus. With defaults, tiny menus, weekly batching, checklists, energy matching, digital boundaries, and rituals, you stop leaking mental energy and start finishing meaningful things. Next episode, a 5-minute focus ritual you can run anywhere to dive into deep work on command. It's the missing piece for anyone who wants to do fewer things better. If this helped, subscribe for weekly, faceless, evidence-based productivity. Hit the bell so you don't miss the focus ritual episode. Comment below which micro-decision you're eliminating this week. When we simplify our days, we free our minds for bigger things. Which change saved the most brain power this week? Defaults, tiny menus, the Sunday decision batch, checklists, energy-matched scheduling, digital boundaries, or microbreaks. Share your plan plus 1 micro-decision you're removing today. Let's see how many of us can complete 7 days of fewer choices.